Hello everyone, welcome to the AMHC 2.0 launch. My name is Alex San Diego, pronouns she, they, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer for Asian Mental Health Collective. I am coming to you from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, which is Treaty 6 territory, the traditional gathering place for the Cree, Blackfoot, Métis, Nakota Sioux, Iroquois, Dene, Ojibwe, Saulteaux, Anishinaabe, Inuit, and many other Indigenous peoples. It's my honor to kick off today's live event as we present to you what we have been working on for the last few months. Asian Mental Health Collective was an umbrella organization created to house 3 mental health initiatives: the Asian American Therapist Directory, our Facebook group Settle Asian Mental Health, and WAVES, our peer support initiative. We then became a registered nonprofit in October 2020 and realized that we needed a new, more streamlined brand. Our branding was created pro bono by Jane Kusuma, an illustrator and designer from Indonesia, now based in Seattle. Jane has worked with Pokemon, Hasbro, and Riot Games, and it's our honor to have her work representing Asian Mental Health Collective. We spoke with Jane to hear her inspiration behind the branding, her connection to mental health, and what caused her to reach out to Asian Mental Health Collective. Let's hear from Jane.
Hi, my name is Jane. I live in Seattle, Washington, greater Seattle area. I'm an illustrator, designer, and hand letterer. I've been, ever since the BLM movement in May 2020, I've been trying to find ways to give my time, donate my time, not just my money. And I feel like, and then there's the rising of the anti-Asian hate crimes as well during the COVID period. And I just felt like, okay, I've donated to places, but I feel like I still want to kind of give my time. And then I found y'all, I think, in some random Instagram post or something. I was just like, oh, okay, I can reach out. And I also feel like mental health is always the last thing people think about. A lot of people donate to bigger, kind of like bigger movement type of stuff, but they don't think about the kind of mental impact that affects community. So that's why I was just like, okay, I'm gonna try to donate my time and energy for mental health collective stuff. Okay, so I was, since the brief was saying you want a little bit of a rebrand, not like steering too far away from the main brand, which already is so beautiful, I think that my task at the time was just to kind of modernize it, clean it up a little bit, make it more neutral and accessible to all ages, using a really soft and tranquil color palette. So that's the inspiration behind it. Something calming, something more zen. I think the biggest message, I feel like that's been something that's on my mind for a long while as an Asian person, as a person who were raised conservative, conservative as in you suffer in silence, you don't really talk about your problems and because we all have our struggles. And I've been going to therapy for 3 years, and I feel like that's not something, that's something that, I mean, a lot of Asian communities look down on, or there's still stigma in that. And I really want people to kind of be more open to talking about some of the mental health issues, because it's really important, and like taking care of yourself like during this hard time.
For those of you who are interested in hearing more about Jane and the process behind her, For those of you who are interested in hearing more about Jane and the process behind creating our branding, stay tuned to our newsletter for an extended interview. We'll also be hosting an Instagram Live with Jane in September, so keep an eye out for that. Now moving on to the second part of our launch today. When you think of Asian Mental Health Collective, what comes to mind? Is it our Waves roundtable discussions? Is it finding community through Subtle Asian Mental Health? Perhaps it's learning through our Instagram about the various resources that we offer, like the AMHC American Therapist Directory. And now you can access these resources easier than ever on our brand new website. Our website features our brand new branding by Jane Kusuma, and it was created in collaboration with 88 Rising. We spoke with Andrea, Director of Touring at 88 Rising, to talk about how our partnership came to be, what to look forward to when it comes to AMHC resources, and the future of our partnership with 88 Rising. Check it out.
So my name is Andrea. I'm Director of Touring at 88 Rising, and just excited to be here. So we have been longtime fans of AMHC, and you have truly been so incredible in blazing the path towards not only normalizing mental health, but also making the promise just so much easier and less scary for those taking their first steps. And I know that for a lot of our staff members and even our artists, AMHC has been an incredible resource and support during the times that we've needed it most. So it only felt natural that we wanted to do more and actively partner with AMHC to support your efforts, and especially after the compounded collective pain and trauma that our community has endured for the past 2 years, especially on top of the individual trauma that we're all going through. It felt right and felt important. I feel like we've hit the ground running since day one. I remember for our first phone call, we asked, what do you really need? Besides money, besides a signal boost? And you all said, well, we've been working on fleshing out the website. And that's when Sean said, all right, let's get it done. And we said that we really want to help provide subsidized therapy for people. And you all in turn said, we're doing it, let's get it done. And it's that level of transparency and mutual support that I think makes us work really, really well together. And you all also really inspired how we want to frame our May Festival Asia Rising together as a really meditative, healing experience. This is my Abby, who led an incredible guided meditation from the Redwood Forest. And just in general, y'all are really open to brainstorming ideas on how we can further our missions together. I don't want to give away too much, but I'm really excited about what we have coming next. At the core of it all, I think 88 exists to share Asian stories, and AMHC exists to link folks to therapists who will listen to, support, and validate those stories. And that is so important. Your individual story is so important. And mental health is something that we should be talking about all the time and supporting one another through. And it should be normalized and made way more accessible to our communities. So I think that our message really is prioritizing yourself, encouraging your loved ones to prioritize themselves as well. So no one really has to go through the madness of life alone. Here to support the mission of AMHC through whatever we can do. I think that we'll always be constantly looking for ways to integrate mental health in important places and conversations. This is a long-standing commitment and partnership that's a priority for us. And we want to continue supporting y'all beyond just a financial contribution, because there's just so much more than just writing a check and running away. We, and I know so many others around us, are here to really do the work and be a real mental health ally and advocate and continue to create space for it wherever possible, whether it's having our artists encourage fans to go check in on themselves, or also maybe integrating something into future event spaces. We can't say enough how much we love your mission, and we want this to be very action oriented, and we're just excited for what's to come.
Thanks again to Andrea for speaking with us on the collaboration happening between 88 Rising and AMHC. Here to tell you more about our brand new website, which was created in collaboration with 88 Rising and with Asian Mental Health Collective, is our Chief of Programming, Kayla Tang.
Thanks, Alex. We're super excited to share with you our newly improved AMHC website. We wanted to feature our US Therapist Directory and Canadian Therapist Directory because we know how important this can be in terms of destigmatizing mental health as well as mental health treatment. We wanted to feature our US Therapist Directory and Canadian Therapist Directory and make your search much more easy. And so we've added new filters to include things like location, ethnicity, language spoken, insurance accepted, and much more. So go on and head to the website to check that out. I do want to mention that our website is currently in beta testing. So if you have any feedback, definitely let us know. Otherwise, stay tuned for more changes.
Now for the big announcement many people in our community have been waiting for. Today, we will be announcing the launch of our Subsidized therapy program, and I'll be passing it to Kayla for more.
So as many of us know, the cost of therapy can be a major barrier when seeking mental health support. It can also be tough to find a provider who understands your unique experiences, stressors, and ways of healing as an Asian. That's why we have partnered with Orchid.exchange to launch our Lotus Therapy Fund. Thanks to the generosity of our community as well as our partner, Zach Saw Fifth, we have earmarked an initial $25,000 to provide 8 free therapy sessions to 25 members of our community. Currently, this program is only available to people in the United States. However, this is just the beginning, and with your continued support, we hope to open for applications every season and provide services to more folks. To apply, click on the link here and fill out an application form. Thanks.
Thanks again, Kayla. Kayla and Chris, our CEO, as well as the rest of our AMHC team, has been working hard for these past few months to get the new website up, to get the subsidized therapy program up and running, while continuing to work their day jobs, in which many of us are mental health professionals or work in the nonprofit social justice field as well. Our organization is 100% volunteer run, so while we're all in school or working, or sometimes both, we also dedicate our time and effort to AMHC to make finding community and support a little bit easier for all of you. You may be wondering what's next for Asian Mental Health Collective now. We continue to have our free community support groups that are run by Asian mental health professionals. There's a brand new one for September that's up on our Instagram. And you can keep an eye out for a future merch launch, the return of our Waves Roundtable discussions, the next season of the Asian Mental Health Professionals Mentorship Program, and Transformation. So we'll be back with our second Transformation Conference in January 2022. So be sure to follow us on our social media and keep our notifications on so you don't miss a single thing. Thank you and salamat for tuning in today, and continue to keep an eye out for what we have in store for all of you next. See you. Bye.